legendary status, we blast the back of these bastards. EGM industry takeover, hip hop gamer. I'm Kratos in this game shit. EGM industry takeover, competition back down. What you gonna do now? EGM industry takeover. You wanna play rough? Okay, it's over. I'm a monster in this industry. That means I never back down. Best interviews, I'm number one up in this bitch now. Every time I come around, the champ is in the building. Gotta deal with EGM, more exposure, big business, relentless. Sick with this, bars cause cancer. Poke holes through your theory, since your thoughts aren't answers. Every day plain to see my strategy deliver. Shoot blanks, I shoot bullets. I'm prepared for bullshit to see. Most writers up in the industry today talk shit behind my back, but won't say it to my face. Work hard for what I got, 24 hours a day. My man Nick give me a chance, so bombing fields is the way I stay. I'm in my zone, my position is clear. I'm doing big things, failure's not an option over here. It's the takeover, baby, hip hop and EGM. So you with us or against us, I'm a rider to the end. Black EGM industry takeover, legendary status, we blast the back of these bastards. EGM industry takeover, hip hop gamer. I'm Kratos in this game shit. EGM industry takeover, competition back down. What you gonna do now? EGM industry takeover. You wanna play rough? Okay, it's over. Hey yo, what's up, man? It's your boy Hip Hop Gamer. I got the fresh cut right there, you know what I'm saying? Look at that, I ain't right there, you know. But anyway, check this out. I've been talking to you guys about 3D, about some cool stuff I'm gonna show you. And I did a video letting you know that you're gonna see something crazy, right? Today's that day, and the time is now.
This is called real depth. This is 3D, this is the future. 3D, no glasses. And you don't have to stay in one position. You don't have to worry about moving. In fact, I want you to move around 180 degrees, and you'll see everything from all angles. And far away, close, anywhere you like.
Gotcha.
And right now, I'm just playing, as you mentioned, a VHS tape.
A VHS tape in 3D without glasses.
Okay, ready? And this is an old CRT television that you're looking at.
CRT, VHS, 3D without glasses. Ridiculous.
Okay, here you go.
The play.
I haven't seen that play sign.
I know. Channel 3.
This is gotta watch it every time.
Dude, this is.
And you let me know if you see the 3D.
I'm ready.
Look.
Look
Without
at his face, look at his face, look at his face. Get his face.
Yo, what the fuck?
Yo, this is crazy. I'm seeing it again.
That's off the screen.
If you come to the side, you'll see that it's off the screen.
We don't need your stinking glasses.
You funny.
Virtual what? I call this junk a virtual headache. Here's what you can do with all this hardware.
Oh, man.
Can be added to any video source, easily and inexpensively, without user headaches, eye strain, or fatigue. On any television, computer monitor, or image
Yo,
source. And
I'm looking at VHS in 3D. Grandma, you not ready. Grandma, you not ready for this.
holographic printing.
Yo.
Of course, crazy enough.
Yo.
Just like Dennis Rodman.
Yo, that's
I look like Dennis Rodman.
But I must tell you, the time to take advantage of this hot new technology is now on the ground
and with the
floor.
front of your
Okay,
face.
You ready?
And with the front of your
Here's how
face.
real depth imaging works.
Look.
By using an innovative combination of mirrors
This
and
is on the
coatings,
side.
Oh,
the
man.
second image from the top half of the screen becomes the foreground. For instance, like creating rain that looks totally real, yet I don't get wet. Awesome! See what I mean?
You know, when you shooting the gun, right? Let's say this is the scope. Now, regular 2D, you seeing it straight on. You see a flat surface straight on. That's all you see. In 3D, in Call of Duty, you see all of the depth right here. And when you shoot it, it's like Yo. Oh, look at this. Yo.
I can't wait.
Yo. Yo, you gotta be kidding me, yo.
I can't wait.
Oh my God. Yo, guys, man.
It's like I have to play every game now
Dang, I didn't mean to die. It's
in
just
3D because this is the correct 3D instead of that bull.
yo.
that everybody
Yo,
dishing out.
Gene. Oh my God.
You see the scope?
Yo, hold on. Wait a
You
minute.
see the scope? You seen the scope, right?
You see inside the scope, son.
You just practicing. You gotta fight somebody. Boys don't hit back. Bruce Lee told you that.
Now,
Alright, cool.
he's playing a Connect in 3D.
In
I'm
3D.
playing Connect in 3D right now, and when you see the rockets after I salute, the effects, like when it comes to you, it's like coming to your face, like right there in the screen, smoke effects, fire, and everything. You wanna see? Watch.
Nah, it's the wrong character.
Oh.
Put your left hand up.
Oh.
Now left hand up.
Alright, put the left hand up. Now watch this.
Salute.
That right there is crazy in 3D, yo. Crazy. Woo! Oh, that's crazy in 3D, son.
It's time for you to fight somebody though.
I have somebody real special, real legendary with me, you know what I'm saying? And he's gonna introduce himself. It's my boy G. You better show some respect, alright? But he's gonna introduce himself. He's gonna let you know what he do, what he's done, and he's gonna give you a little insight on HD and what it's all about, as well as 3D. Alright? So one love, God bless, keep it gangster. Let's get this show popping, man. Let's go. Go ahead, G. Take it away.
Okay. All right. So what I was just saying is I wanted to tell you about HD, and I had developed this projector. This is the digital projector, and I invented the first digital projector in April of 1984, and that was after working on it since 1968. That's when I started working on it. Wow. So you know, I was interested in a whole new way of making television, and I've been involved in television since I was 5 years old.
Mm.
I was repairing televisions for the whole neighborhood when I was 6.
Yo, that's
Yeah, and when
That's
I was
crazy.
11, I worked 40 hours a week in a TV repair shop in my neighborhood, and this is while I was going to school. But I loved it. I mean, I loved TV, and I was starting to play with 3D and stuff like that. And I made my first 3D television when I was 13. And it was a stereoscopic with polarized glasses in 1963. So, and I had this TV in the Brooklyn
Exactly.
in the Brooklyn Museum, and they put out a catalog with all the exhibits in there. And my TV is in there, so it's got my TV, my name, the date, everything. So, anyway, so I was interested in better TV, and they had projection TV with 3 CRTs and 3 lenses in front of it, and that's how they projected a bigger picture. But it wasn't that big, you know, it was like this big and this big. And because it was bigger and it was just a CRT with the electron beam scanning the lines, you saw those lines as really big up on the screen, so that wasn't very good. And because it was only a little CRT, it wasn't very bright. So you had to have all the lights off to see this thing. And then you had to align all 3 images exactly on top of each other. It was difficult to do. And once you did it, it took 45 minutes. If you accidentally kicked it, you had to do it all over again because it misaligned.
That must have been annoying back in the
Man,
day.
it
Yo,
was-
word up.
You
That
know,
must have been
it
annoying.
was crazy. So I said, you know, I got an idea to do this a whole different way. I'm going to make a device that modulates light that passes through it, and we'll put a light source behind it. So now you can put the brightest light you want, and now you can get the brightest picture you want, so you don't have to have the lights on. So I experimented with all these different materials to find out what could I modulate light with. And I mean, I tried everything. I tried water, I tried the combination with milk, I tried crystals, I all kinds of crazy
I
things.
forgot you had said with the milk. That was crazy.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
I
my
mean,
God.
I tried a lot of nutty things, oils, and anyway, finally, I settled on something called liquid crystals. And so late 1970 is when I settled on that. And I said, this is the best, because this will allow me to rotate the plane of polarization of the light. And now all I got to do is get a matrix of connectors to be able to address all the pixels. And that took me a long time to get that. So
That's crazy.
I finally got that together in 1984, completed building it April 1984, and that was the world's first digital projector, which I have here, and it still works.
Yo, let me tell you something. I seen it. I seen it. It is confirmed, yo. It really works. But I'm gonna tell you something right now. And I meant to ask you this before, but with the liquid crystal, like, did you know it was gonna work before you tried it? Like, I mean, what type of research did you have to understand? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, what about it made it work? Like, I don't understand it.
I knew it would work. I just didn't know how good it would work and if it would be good enough. I mean, I knew everything I tried had a possibility of working. Like using the water, that worked. The water worked. But it wasn't as good. You know, there were problems with it. Like, if you kicked the table, the water would slosh around and then the image would slosh, so that wasn't good.
Wow.
You know, and I tried something that vibrated in the water and it made the ripples on the water, and I used a laser beam, and then it would scan the laser beam on the screen.
Oh, okay. Let me ask you this. So with the liquid crystal, just because I've touched my TV before, and when you touch it, it's like it gives this little aluminum, alumni effect or something like that. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Is that's the liquid crystal effect? Like if you touch it or something like that?
That's because the crystals are suspended in a thick liquid. And when you touch it, they are now moving and they're changing their orientation. And the orientation is what changes the amount of light that comes through. Because when you apply electricity to the two plates, that rotates the crystal itself in the liquid. So it is the orientation that determines how much light that comes through. So if you touch it, you're changing the orientation. So you're changing the amount of light that comes through. So it makes a pattern related to the pressure you're applying on the LCD.
Wow, I never knew why I did that.
Yeah.
Yo,
that is why.
He's not human. I'm gonna tell y'all right now, he's not human. But we gonna figure this out. Like it's just an honor. Like just to let y'all know something. You know, like this is a historic interview. It's not even an interview. This is just like a discussion and a learning session. And I really wanted to bring you guys this, you girls this as well, so you guys can understand that nothing is impossible. And all the stuff that we do right now, in terms of TV, this is the man that's responsible for it. So you're learning about history right now, and I'm honored, G. I'm honored. So
you know what
like,
I gotta say about
it's
you?
crazy, like.
I've been wanting to tell you this.
Oh, all right.
You.
Oh man.
You're good, man. You.
Yeah, I'm just thankful. You know what I'm saying? I see when I see something great, I'm not gonna be afraid to show how I feel about it. Like, you know what I'm saying? You got a lot of people that feel like
I love it.
They can't show because they got their poker face on. Please, man, this dude is great, and everybody is starting to y'all gonna know like soon, because this what you see here, this is just the beginning. So wait till you see everything at the end of this.
Yeah, let me tell you what happened. So I made this thing, and I used a digital circuit. I made a digital storage of the pixel data. And this was the first time this was ever done. So I had the first digital TV picture in this prototype. So now, when I got finally funding from my company, it took me 4 years of showing this to everybody until somebody would finally give up some money for it. So in 1988, we finally got some funding, and So I was saying, so we formed the company in 1988, in the summer of '88, when we finally got our first funding, and it was called Projectavision. And that was a name I made up because this was a projection television of a new kind.
Yeah.
So the thing is, it was the world's first digital television, and so we had the prototype, and we started raising money for it. And then here's what happened: the Commerce Department of the United States was aware of the fact that Japan already had high definition television. And they were showing it in the lobbies of buildings and various places in Japan. And the Commerce Department realized that we invented the VCR, and we never made a VCR here in production because, you know, the company that did it, Ampex, needed money, and they sold it to a Japanese company. And so the Japanese companies then made these VCRs and sold it back to us. And we lost a $15 billion industry. So the Commerce Department saw this HD TV that Japan had as a potential $250 billion industry, and they said, wait a minute, if we don't invent an alternative, they're going to sell that to us, they're going to control that much money, and they're going to impact our economy. So they put an article in every newspaper in this country on the same day, in 1988, I think it was in December, this big little article, and it said, we will give $1 million to anybody that can come up with a new kind of HD TV system for the U.S. Now, I saw this article, and I was with Peter at the time, we were working together, and I said, wait a minute, this is the way to do it. This is digital. And this can give you as big a picture as you want. You need a big picture if you want to appreciate high definition. If it's small and it's high definition, who cares? You can't really appreciate the high definition when it's a small picture. You want it a big picture and still sharp.
And it's funny that you said that because that's still the result today. Like if you have a 19-inch TV, ain't nobody gaming on that like that. Like you know what I'm saying? You go to the store, where's the 50-inch at? You know what I'm saying? They look for it, and then when you got this big screen and you see, you know, the colors, how vibrant it is, it's like it's no going back from a 20-something inch TV to a 50-inch.
You're trying to watch the Super Bowl on the biggest TV
Yeah,
possible.
how you gonna watch the Super Bowl in high definition on this? You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? So it's crazy how that fact still remains.
And the
today.
problem was you can't make a CRT bigger than 30 inches. That's the biggest you could make. Because if you try to go bigger, the glass will explode.
Oh shoot!
So that was the limit. No bigger TV could be made. So I said, hey, with my idea, you project onto as big a screen as you want.
Yeah.
And because it's a bright light source, it's as bright as you want. You can have all the room lights on. And because it's digital, you can use computer chips and memory and logic to enhance the picture and to make it look as good as you want it. That was the idea. So I called up the Pentagon when I saw that article immediately. I got on the phone with them because the Pentagon Defense Department was the agency that was called DARPA. It still is.
Yeah,
It was a part of the Defense Department. And so they're the ones that put out the ad. So I called them up and I said, listen, I have the answer to this. And I already have a prototype. And they just freaked out. They said, wait a minute, you got a prototype of this? I said, yeah. They said, you're coming to Washington tomorrow. And we got on a plane and we went down to Washington, brought my little prototype, and showed it to them.
Hey, P, you think you can get the prototype real quick? I'll get it.
He doesn't know where it is.
Oh, okay,
cool.
cool.
I'll get it.
No problem. Yeah, he's gonna go get the prototype because y'all need to see this, man. This is like so crazy. Like I hope you guys are enjoying it. I'm speechless just like y'all right now, like sitting at home watching this joint. Like it's crazy. All right, in 5, 4, 3, 2, keep it gangster. It's here. That's it right there, son. You gotta come zoom in on it.
I'm zooming.
Son, I got it.
This is it. This is the world's first digital projector. And it's not only a projector, it's a TV set too. It's got a receiver, and you can plug it in right over here. So there's a jack, so you can plug in anything. You can plug in a DVD player, Blu-ray player. You just have to
a Blu-ray player.
Yeah, you just have to convert the output to the right format. But you can plug in anything and play it right through here, and it'll project it right on the whole wall becomes a TV.
So wait, hold on, because I didn't even know this one. This was in 84.
Yeah.
And you could use stuff now
Yeah,
on
yeah,
this
yeah,
right
yeah.
here.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
84. I'm gonna tell y'all something right now. If y'all ever, you know, like grew up in the hood or just understand what it was like, whether you had an iron in your TV or you trying to change the channel with a wrench or something like that, if the joint broke off, yo, he has an antenna. I haven't seen an antenna on a TV in God knows how long, but I definitely damn sure remember it, and I know y'all do too.
Yeah.
I hope you guys enjoy this, man, because this is I'm having the time of my life. Gene, I thank you guys again, man. This is phenomenal.
Oh, this is a
man.
pleasure, man.
Word
Being
up.
with you.
This is crazy, man. So this is the first one ever I'm touching it. You know what I'm saying? This is the first one ever, and you know, it's to see this right here, and then if you look around you and you see all these big LED TVs and everything, movie theaters. I'm sitting next to someone that started it all, like, you know what I mean? And yeah, I'm on it, man. And you got more to go. That's all I got to say.
So, so the point that I wanted to make about this is, I explained to them at the Defense Department, at DARPA, that this is the way to make a better system than Japan has, because Japan HD TV system was an analog system, and you could not interface it with a computer. You could not do the enhancements that we do today because it wasn't digital. And I said the way to go is to make a digital picture. This is digital, and I showed them how to do it. I wrote the report on how to do it, and they adopted digital HD TV in the U.S., and that came from my application because I won the contract.
Wow.
I beat out 86 other companies, and I got the $1 million. Yeah.
Can you just name like maybe 3 or 4 companies that you beat out?
Oh, I'll tell you, it was AT&T to Zenith. It was MIT, Xerox, Westinghouse, Sony, Philips. I mean, everybody. NBC.
Wow.
I mean, all the big ones put in proposals of different kinds, but I had the proposal for this. And after 9 months of the DARPA engineers and the physicists reading all the proposals and evaluating them, they picked mine and they said, "You're right. Yours is the best." And they gave me the money.
How did you feel when you closed that deal?
Yeah. I know. Yeah, you gotta tell me that one.
I was flying. It was so wonderful, man. But you know, I knew it. I knew it from the beginning because the day that I went down there and I showed it to them, what they said was, "You're right. This is the answer." They said, "But we can't just give you the money. We got to wait for everybody else to put in an application." You got to understand. I went to them one day after the article came out.
Yeah.
And they all had to give their own ideas first, and so we waited the 9 months, and then I knew it, you know, and we got it.
And this all started since you was like 5 years old.
Yeah.
And yo, I mean, your contribution, like, to this industry, you know, it's beyond thankful. Like, you know what I mean? I truly appreciate it. I thank you for your knowledge. You know what I'm saying? And now you sharing it with people, and you know, this story needs to be out there more, man, for real. Not enough people's talking about it, and you know me, dog, hip hop gamer, so I got the big mouth. I'm gonna tell you right now, I'm having a good time. So we got some demonstrations we're gonna show you guys and stuff like that. And you know, I'm gonna do the honors. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna give you something, and then I'm gonna take something. I'm gonna do the honors. First, because of what you created, it'd be an honor. You gotta stand up, G. You gotta stand up, G. It'd be an honor for you to hold the belt.
Thank you.
You gotta hold the belt,
I
man.
have seen this.
You gotta hold the belt.
In your videos.
I
and
appreciate
said,
that.
Whoa, this is for real.
All right, now.
This is serious.
Now, I'm about to, you know, do something real quick. Now, God of War is my favorite game. You know what I'm saying? God of War, that's my favorite game. Now, it don't say 3D because it's not a 3D game, right? Go change that, okay? Dead Space. It's not a 3D game. It's not a 3D game. We gonna change that today. Y'all ready? Yo, Gene, are they ready? We gotta get them ready. Yo, one love and God bless. We got more to show y'all, so we gonna be back. And I hope you guys understand that what you about to see on this show today, you ain't never see before. Live, exclusive hip hop gaming. We out. It's gonna be crazy. Wow. 3D vision. Got it? Alright, cool. Alright, check this out. real briefly, it's your boy Hip Hop Gamer. We got the 3D Vision box right here. First demonstration that we about to do is on this TV right here, which is a CRT TV. It's an older model TV, obviously, CRT TV. But here's the thing, it's on composite cables, all right? The red, the white, and the yellow, all right? It's on composite cables, CRT, and you will see it in 3D. Now, to prove that it's 3D, this is not a 3D TV, but to prove that it is 3D, you can actually see how, like, the 3D on the TV. Like, you can actually see it. You know what I'm saying? So, right now as we speak, this TV is not a 3D TV. It's on composite cables. But if you look at the screen right now, obviously it's not going to look clear to you, but it is 3D. Since I'm nicer than you in this game, all right,
Let him do it, baby.
Yo, this is so crazy, son. Yo, son. Like, oh my, I'm here again. Like that. Oh my God.
I feel like the asphalt's real right now.
So, yo, see, that's what I'm talking about. When you hit the people and the people come off the screen. See, that's the part. Like, that's like the same thing I was talking about from before when I had the other experiment that I did. When we did the review for the other TV. That's what I'm saying. That's why I want you to see it.
Yo, like the surface?
Yeah, like if you look at the bottom of the surface, it comes, if you look straight at the bottom of the, oh my God.
This is a Sony Wega CRT television.
Yo. I definitely like the way it's going.
And it looks smoother, like this one got like a smoother feel to it too. Yo, this is crazy. I mean, it's crazy for the fact that of what it's on. But if you look at the actual asphalt, that's, oh my God. You should boost, man. Look, that's why you don't know how to play.
Slow and steady,
Son,
man.
that's
I
crazy.
think history told you that, man.
Son. That's crazy, like. That's crazy. Even when you see the cardboard box fly towards you.
At this point, it's like.
But it's like on
You
this
feel
TV
like you
though.
like, you feel like you be like, I'm racing right now.
It is natural 3D. It feels natural, like real, because your brain is creating part of that 3D.
Oh, see that part right there in 3D is sick. Like that whole part right there. And this is what I remember from the last TV when I did that with when we did the review.
Oh my God, forget about it.
This is 3D on an analog television with composite cables. Not HDMI, composite. And you still get the same experience if you had it on a 3D television.
You're in second place. You're in second place. You're doing alright. You're doing alright. Yeah,
Wait, baby.
Oh, yeah, that's what I'm talking about, son. Oh, come on, man. Nice, nice. Final lap. Alright, do your thing now. Alright, yo, what's up? So, Hip Hop Gamer once again. I got my dude Gene. We chilling, and there's a box to the left of me. This box right here. This is the box that is basically gonna yo, Gene, you know what? Gene, I think it'll be better if you tell them, because if I tell them, I'm gonna start rambling and I'm gonna get all emotional. So I think it's better if you really tell them what this could do, and kind of set them up for, you know, kind of brace them.
What if I get all emotional?
Well, we at least be emotional together. All leave by yourself.
Okay, this box is the prototype of our instant 3D converter. It's a box that converts 2D video to 3D instantly, and it's really good 3D. So that's what this does, and it'll do it from any source, any input source whatsoever, any kind.
Now, I got to challenge you on that. Because I don't believe you, right? You know what I'm saying? I don't believe you. I don't think that it happened from any source. So, like composite cable. That's not designed for 3D. Like, you know what I'm saying? You got TVs over there, right there. That big, giant CRT joint, that's not a 3D TV. So you mean to tell me that you can do all this special converting on any TV, even on a composite cable?
Even a composite TV, this will convert the TV that you're looking at into 3D, into a 3D TV, including the old CRT televisions that have a composite input. And that means you can input into this thing a composite signal. You can have your old Nintendo 64, your old Commodore 64.
Oh my God!
That would just be simple. But anything, any source at all, as long as it's a video signal, you can do composite, you can do component, you can do VGA, you can do HDMI. And it will go in, convert it to 3D in real time, and then whatever TV you're looking at, LCD, plasma, laser, DMD, or CRT, it's going to become a 3D TV instantly.
That's crazy. Now, just to let y'all know, I did see it already. I was just bullshitting. I did see it already in composite, in 3D, and it is crazy, like, to even know that that's possible. And I know y'all didn't know it's possible, but you know that now. You know what I'm saying? Live on the Hip Hop Gamer Show. Now, here's a question for you, and I think this is very important for the viewers. But, you know, how is it that you created one product that can work with everything? I mean, isn't there like certain like development, like certain schematics that you have to like really think about? Because, you know, if a TV is not 3D, but you just convert the signal, like, you know, how does this product, like, what does it do with the signal? Because, and how does the 3D perform? Because for me, I'm a big gamer, you know, and we played MotorStorm Apocalypse. You see how that was crazy. But that game was actually made for 3D. So how do you take something that wasn't even made for it and convert it and actually make it work significantly? Like, what's in it, like, to make it do it? Like, what's the mojo behind it?
Right. Okay. Well, there's two different mojos in here.
Okay. Cool.
One mojo is to take the 2D video content and convert it to 3D content. The other mojo is to take your set that's 2D and convert it to a 3D set. It's two different things. So, you know, for instance, if I had a 3D Blu-ray player and a 3D game, and I put the 3D game into the 3D Blu-ray player, that's already a 3D signal. Yeah. If you put that into a 3D TV, you're going to see 3D. Yeah. But if you put that signal into this box, now you can put it onto an old CRT television or a 2D LCD or whatever, and still see it in 3D. So this does both halves of the equation.
Wow. So it's like, it's kind of like you created something to bypass, you know, what is actually like needed in terms of consumer terms. Like, you know, a consumer would be like, you got to get a 3D TV to get 3D. You have a 3D game to get 3D. Like, in the game, like, you need the 3D that they throw at you in order to get it. But you created a way where you could work around what's being told to you with the truth. You know what I'm saying? That's basically what you created.
That is right.
And, I mean, like I said, I've seen it. And, like, I think it was NCAA. I think it was NCAA football 2011. Yep. 3D, son. And I'm gonna tell you something. When they did a replay and they showed the football being thrown, even with the little grass come up, like, you really see it pop out. It's crazy. So now let me ask you a question. What determines, like, the 3D in terms of the best way it's represented? So I give you a better example. Certain companies do 3D better than others. So if you look at MotorStorm, you know, Evolution Studios that made the game, their 3D, the way they made it was phenomenal. But if you look at, you know, my people's Rocksteady, and you see Batman, Arkham City or whatever, their 3D is decent. You know, it's not the greatest thing, but it's decent. So how does your box, you know, like, enhance that? Like, how can you take something?
How does it know what 3D to put where?
Yeah, it's like, how do you know, like this part, like certain parts in the game has the best 3D effects. Like when you see them going over the water and certain things pop up, like, how does the box know what parts should be in 3D or whatever?
Right. Very good question. And there are let me tell you, there are other 3D systems around, and the ultimate 3D conversion is what they do in the movies. You know, they have several hundred graphic artists sitting at workstations working on it frame by frame to convert each frame to 3D. And they are not only graphics guys, they're graphic artists. So they're really doing an artistic thing. They are selecting the different objects in the scene, they're cutting them out, and then they are deciding where it's going to appear in 3D. And they do that manually, frame by frame. And that's why to convert one movie, it takes 4 months with like 400 graphic artists working at the same time. And it costs anywhere from $5 to $15 million to do that conversion.
Wow.
So it's a lot of money, which is okay for a blockbuster movie because they're going to make $1 billion, so you know what's $10 million.
Yeah.
But if you're going to do a game or if you're going to do TV, you can't afford that because there's not that much profit in it.
Yeah.
You know, so you got to do something else. You got to either use the computer to design the 3D the way that you envision it as an artist, or you got to convert it. And the ways that they have converters now, that they're fake. They don't really convert into real 3D. This is the only converter, it's an instant converter, that actually gives you true 3D information. And the way it does it is there's an algorithm or a few algorithms in here that work along with the algorithms in your brain.
Really?
That's really what happens. I mean, I studied the brain for a long time, 40 years, and I'm writing a book on the brain. I have discovered a lot about the way the brain creates the perceptions that we have. And since I understand how it's doing that, I was able to design algorithms in the electronics that work along with your algorithms. That's very important.
Yo, wait, hold on. That's like, that's crazy.
Hold
I'm gonna
on,
tell you.
hold on. He just got neurological on y'all motherfuckers.
Yo, wait, hold on. Because if I'm not mistaken, neurology was a minor for you, right?
That's right. Yeah.
You look. He has his own Wikipedia page, man, with like tons of information. Yeah, we did look you up and stuff like that. Like, yo, it's crazy. So now, to me, I feel like that right there is the most engaging because I have something to do with the 3D that I'm seeing. So instead of everything being thrown at me, it's the way you design it is like I got something to do with it from the conversion standpoint so I could still. And the reason why, just let y'all know something. I did a review. You know, me and my boy Carl, Critical Eye, you know, we did a review on Sony's HX929 TV, 3D TV, LED back array lighting, great. 960 hertz refresh rate, great TV. Played MotorStorm Pockets on it. It's phenomenal. Now, here's the thing I want to show you guys something. I had a 3D TV with a 3D game, with 3D glasses, and the 3D was amazing, right? Now, over here, I got a TV that's not 3D, right? I have a converter that converted the TV to 3D, to make it a 3D TV to get the signal with the same MotorStorm Apocalypse game. And when I played it in 3D, through this way, and stuff like that, I had the same great experience that I had when we did that review. And that's why I said let's play MotorStorm first, because I want to make sure that it wasn't flawed. You know what I'm saying? And yo, this joint is real. I'm enjoying the experience, and you will too soon. The moment we get that in much more mass production, it's
One
crazy.
thing you guys
I'm
let them
done.
know.
I'm done. I'm done. I just can't believe that your knowledge on the brain helped you create a product that nobody never seen or thought was possible.
I'll tell you part of it. It's a very interesting thing. I don't know if you've ever seen these. Like if you take a picture, like a black and white picture silhouette of something, and then you take like an eraser and you erase lots of parts of it. You know, like I have this picture somewhere of a guy on a horse, and it's just a black silhouette. Now you erase lots of parts of it. You look at it, you still know it's a guy on a horse.
Yeah.
And a lot of parts are missing. I mean, you can erase so much of it, and you still know it's a guy on a horse.
That's
right?
crazy. It's funny that you said that because you ever saw those things where somebody will write out words and he misspell them on purpose, but you know what the word is.
Exactly
Exactly.
That is in my book.
Yo, I'm gonna tell you something right now. You ever somebody did this on purpose, right? Like they would write a whole paragraph, and every word is spelled wrong, but it looked like the word. You know what it is? Like, yeah, it's like you could read the entire paragraph, even though every word is spelled wrong. But you can read it because it's like your brain
Exactly
see
the
it.
point. That's the whole point I'm trying to make.
I quit. I quit. Like, yo,
You,
I'm so excited.
you,
You the man, son. Yo, I'm done. I just can't believe the conversation that we're having. So basically, like everything that we just said and how you utilize the brain to be able to create a converter that allow us to see 3D. You know, I think it's about time. You know, we do some demonstrations.
Oh, no, I got to tell you one more thing because I got to complete that thought.
Oh yeah, complete the thought.
Yeah,
Please.
yeah.
Let's go.
So here, the point is, your brain has experiences, and those experiences get recorded as memories. Now, you got all these memories in your brain. They're stored holographically, by the way, but that's another show.
That's another, yeah.
But anyway, by the way, I am doing a show on the internet, I think on August 13th, where I'm going to go into this in great depth.
Word?
Yeah, yeah. It's on.
It's over.
Yeah, it's a show that I've been on before, Theater Geeks.
A word?
Yeah. Anyway, I'll get you the information
Please.
on that show.
Please.
Anyway, so when you have these different experiences recorded, now, if you just have an experience of part of that experience, let me give you an example. Let's say you see a picture with like 10 objects on the table.
Right.
There's all kinds of objects on the table. There's a salt shaker, there's a telephone, there's a camera, there's a milkshake, all different objects, right?
Right.
You look at that. Now, all that is recorded as an experience.
Right.
Now, all I got to do is show you one of those objects, and you remember the whole scene.
Yo, that's so crazy. That's so true.
That's you ever smell a smell?
Yeah.
And go, oh, that reminds me of my grandmother's house.
Oh, yeah, you know, so. Oh, wait. All right, I'm gonna tell you exactly what you just told me, right? It's like mad funny with the whole picture and stuff like that. You know how people be like you could go somewhere. Let's say you go somewhere, right, and you don't remember where it's at. But let's say somebody says something or they show you something, you're like, oh, now I remember. One little thing can make you remember everything.
That's my point. That's holographic storage. That's how a hologram works. Did you know you take a hologram and you cut a little piece out of it and you look through, you still see the whole object?
Yeah, it's like
that movie Jumper.
Yeah, it's like
Yeah.
oh my god.
So holographic storage
crazy.
is what's going on in your brain, and all you need
That's
is a
crazy.
little piece, and you recall the rest. So now we're getting to this box. The point is, my algorithm looks at at 2 frames at once. It's always comparing 2 frames at once of video,
Okay.
and it looks at these various factors that change in depth. Because if an object is further in depth, there are some different things that happen. First of all, they lose contrast. They lose brightness, they lose sharpness, they lose color saturation. So just by looking at those factors, you see the further in depth they are, the more they've lost those things. Also, if it's in depth, it's usually higher in the frame. You know, also it gets smaller as it goes further in depth. And then when one object moves in front of another object, includes the object, then the object that's closer is moving faster. So by looking between 2 frames, you see how fast it moved. Again, it tells you something about the depth information. So just by all those comparisons, my algorithm can determine the accurate depth of a lot of things in the scene, but not everything.
Okay.
So only some of the things are accurate. But here's the part that's so cool. My system presents the information about the 3D on the points that it could figure out, and the rest it leaves it up to your brain. Because your brain has experienced these things before, it fills in the 3D for the rest of the places, just like we were talking about. And that's how this works.
Yo, I'm done.
That is crazy, isn't it?
Yo, you know what? Yo, let's just go look at the demos, man. I ain't got the Gene. Who are you? Like, where did you come from? Now, my thing is, if you don't think God exists, I will slap you and stomp you in your neck, because this right here, yo, this, like, you made me feel as a human more important and more valuable than I ever felt like before because of the way the brain works. Like, it's crazy, like, because you know what's so funny? We talk about these things and we know them, but we underestimate them because you don't see them all the time or see them every day, or there's something about us that slightly don't believe is possible.
And
then,
because it's us.
yeah, because it's us. Like, what, like, you know what I'm saying? We kind of like downgrade our own power. And when you see what's in the world, like, you know what I'm saying, in terms of things that created, man-made creations, when you see what's in the world, you're like, yo, this is amazing. How did they do that?
That's what I said when I was a
Power
little
of the brain
kid.
to be able to put that together.
Yeah.
You know how many things been invented? And now we have 3D vision. Yo, Gene, yo, it's an honor, son. Yo, salute, man. Hip hop game. We ain't gonna get this nowhere else, man. Stay tuned. We got more. That's it, man.